We sold the gym! What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. First of all, I hope you are having a great 2021, and I hope this year is better for all of us than last year was. Also, I hope that you've already written down your 2021 goals, and I hope all of you crush them.
We like to write down our goals on New Year's Eve so that we have them to look at all year, and that's what we did. So we hope that you guys did as well.
And if you're following me on Instagram, you will see that my goals this year are a lot different than what they have been for probably the last decade. So make sure you're following me on Instagram at The Frugal Investor and following Rihanna as well at Rihanna Ferriero.
All right, so before we tell you why we sold the gym, we're going to get into the background a little. I'm going to let John explain how we actually got into the gym business in the first place.
Yeah, so we get these questions all the time because we don't talk about the gym often on our YouTube channels or on our Instagram. I guess I used to a little bit more when we went there more often. But anyway, how it came to be was this. Rihanna and I have a huge fitness background. We've been in fitness since I was 18 and since she was 22. So at the point of the gym opening a better part of a decade, and I have always personally wanted to own my own gym. I actually have business plans written down inside of folders from like years prior to even opening this gym. But anyway, a friend of mine posted on his Facebook, does anybody know where I can get some gym flooring? And I actually just met with him like a week prior on a different business venture. But anyway, I messaged Caleb right away and I said, Caleb, I don't know what you're doing, but I want to be part of it. And he was like, are you serious? I said, I'm dead serious. I've always wanted to own a gym. Now keep in mind at this point, we didn't know what type of gym, where the gym was going to be, who was going to be involved, anything. I just saw the opportunity and I sent the message.
It's a great example of making an opportunity when one isn't even really there, because we always wanted to own a gym. We didn't have the time to do it completely by ourselves because we had so many other things going on. And John saw an opportunity and just jumped on it, no second thought, and really made the opportunity for us because we weren't even involved in the first place.
Absolutely. So I'll try to go through this as quickly as possible on how it came to fruition. But anyway, Caleb and his friend Jackson were already looking for a gym. And then that's when I joined in with them. Through that message, they said, sure, let's meet up. We had a few meetings and we put it into action quickly. And I'm glad we did, because oftentimes things like this happen and you meet with it, and nothing ever happens. But we all made sure we took action and we started looking for warehouse space immediately.
Really quick guys, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it and it really helps the channel out.
So real quick, how all three of us worked and then really how all six of us worked was like this. So Caleb had a marketing background and a advertising background with his business. They own a film company where they film commercials for local businesses, and they do some other things as well. They're great filming addicts. Go check them out. And then Jackson was a CrossFit competitor and CrossFit coach already at a previous gym, and they had a falling out, and that's kind of why he wanted to go do his own thing, and Caleb was going to help them. And then of course where I came in was the money and the business background. And then all of our significant others also joined in, and so it was really 6 partners, but throughout the video I might refer to only 3 of us, Jackson, Caleb, and myself, because we were the only 3 on the paperwork. So
just to simplify things, or else it gets really confusing with 6 people.
Absolutely. So anyway, we started looking for warehouse space, and that's where Caleb came in. He used a connection, and we found warehouse space. From the time we met the first time to the time we actually opened the doors, I want to say it was no more than 4 or 5 months, which was pretty quickly. So real quick, how much it was to get started was about $27,000, $25,000 to $27,000 is the money that I put in to get it started. I brought the initial capital, and then I also found all the equipment through another gym that was closing down. I think we were going to Aruba at the time of this, and right before leaving to Aruba, I found a gym, a CrossFit gym going out of business, and they had about $30,000 give or take worth of equipment, and I talked them down to $12,000. And then Jackson and a friend of his went with the moving truck I set up from my previous.
It was a couple states away.
Right, and I had the previous experience of booking trucks and getting a discount on those. They went and got the equipment while we were in Aruba. We came back and we all worked really hard on setting it up. That was a lot more work.
Oh my gosh. Laying gym flooring, like the mat flooring, you would never think that's like the hardest thing to do, but it was so freaking hard.
It was.
It's so heavy and it hurts your hands. Like I'm sounding like a baby, but that was way harder than we thought.
Absolutely. And setting up all the equipment itself, like putting it against the wall, getting the gym painted. There was just a ton that needed to be done that we did not account for before initially starting this. Keep in mind, none of us owned a gym before, so it was a learning curve. So anyway, we opened the doors in April 13th of 2018, I believe.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. And Jackson did a great job of bringing a lot of members from his previous gym over to this gym. And so we started with about 20 or 25 committed members, which was great. So anyway, that's how the gym originally got started. So about $25,000 to $27,000, give or take, and about 4 months from the first business plan to the time we opened the doors, which was pretty quick.
Yes. And there was a lot of work behind the scenes on getting like licenses and approvals and inspections and all sorts of stuff like that. So besides just setting up the gym, a lot of the business stuff made it take a little longer too.
And just when you think you had the last expense accounted for, something else would pile on. Like the CrossFit fee every year you have to pay, then the CrossFit insurance, and then getting the gym painted was expensive. We did not account for that.
And
when
the
we opened
toilet
it
was running, remember? We didn't know the first water bill we ever got was insane because the toilet was running all the time and nobody knew.
Absolutely. It's constantly something. But anyway, we got the doors open, and then I think it only took about 1.5 years to pay us back, and the gym was debt-free after 1.5 years, which is also very impressive. And another thing that's impressive is most gyms fail. I think it's like 90% of gyms fail in the first year, especially CrossFit gyms, and we're getting ready to go on year 3. So congrats to us. So while all that sounds great, it was not all rainbows and sunshine. It was a partnership, and partnerships are hard.
Very hard sometimes.
Now I want to preface that with that's not why we sold the gym, that's not why we're exiting, but during the time of running the gym, it could get difficult from time to time because I like to compare partnerships as moving in with roommates. Now, if you're moving in with your best friend, even that can be hard, but imagine moving in with 2 to 5 other strangers. It's going to be really difficult. You're going to have different thoughts for the way the business should go, how clean the gym should be, how the money should be spent.
Different personalities, different
beliefs. You're going to have all types of different things. And this is something that we all learned as a partnership moving forward. We all still get along great. In fact, Caleb and I were the ones that bumped the heads the most, and we were getting like actual arguments in the ownership meetings. Now keep in mind, we kept this away from our gym owners and the gym itself. We didn't let it affect the business, which is super important. But now Caleb, Jade,
and the arguments were professional. Like it wasn't like fighting. Yeah, it was just like a heated conversation. I think because you both were passionate.
Right. So now Caleb and Jade and us, we're all great friends. We talk constantly, and we're always supporting their next ventures as well as them with us. But anyway, Caleb and Jade ended up leaving after about 1.5 years due to some personal reasons. And then that's when it reverted back to 50% myself and Jackson, or myself, Rihanna, Jackson, and Katie. And during all this, Rihanna over here, as usual, did really great at CrossFit. And I'll let her tell you a little bit about her experience with that.
So I actually ended up really enjoying CrossFit and competing in it twice. 2 summers in a row, I did a competition called the Cold Clash. And the second summer that I did it, my partner and I actually placed first in women's. My partner is a nurse practitioner I worked with at the hospital who just happened to also do CrossFit. And we won, which was really exciting because we were both like semi-new and not professional CrossFitters or anything like that. So that was really cool. Another thing I just want to touch on really fast while we're talking about like us working out is people always were asking on Instagram DMs why we worked out at Snap Fitness when we owned CrossFit. And a big reason for that was because John had trouble separating himself from like the business portion. And what I mean is like he couldn't go in the gym and just work out. He would go in the gym, do like 1 set and then start like cleaning or start like doing budgeting or working. And so he could never get a workout done. I didn't have so much of a problem with that because I could go in the gym as an owner separately and then go in the gym as a working out person, and I could separate them very well, but John really couldn't. So we ended up going to Snap for a lot of our workouts just so that we could get you some downtime from work.
Yeah, I get the same questions all the time. Like, isn't that your gym? Because it was recently I was posting about the people not wearing a mask, and they were like, why don't you just kick them out at your gym? I actually don't train at my gym or what was my gym very often. We do train there on the weekends or late in the evenings when we want to take baby girl with us. And we were taking her there a lot when she was a baby and first got to us because she didn't have daycare yet. So she was with us all the time. But then COVID happened and we stopped going for that as well because we didn't want to take up extra space in the gym that our members could use because of the social distancing rule with COVID.
Yeah, we had to like square off the floor and only a certain amount of people were allowed in. So the classes were already overbooked. So we just stopped going and only went after hours.
Absolutely. So anyway, then COVID hit. And so over the last year, I kind of faded to the background of the gym and was doing all the money stuff and keeping up with the books and the taxes and just the organization on the back end, kind of more like a CFO. And then Jackson and Katie were running the gym. And Rhianna had just completely stepped back at this point because our plan in 2021, if you guys saw my recent goals, was a step back from a lot of these businesses and to consolidate and get our time back. And the gym just happened to be one of those.
I had to step back like sooner, sorry to interrupt you, because I got really busy during CRNA school. So John was kind of carrying both of our duties, and I didn't have a lot of time to focus on the gym or be like a true owner at that point. So I felt like you were doing everything for a while.
As usual. No, but for real, so we just thought, you know what, while fitness is our passion, CrossFit was not my passion. And even though she crushed it, I still don't think that CrossFit is maybe your passion. You just like fitness in general.
Yeah, I like to mix it up with a lot of different things. Like I feel like I just, I don't like to stick with one thing all the time. I like to do a lot of different stuff.
Also, I couldn't go there and train without working, so I quickly realized I mixed my passion with my business, and that's more of my health, and I really wanted to keep that for myself. So we decided, you know what, this is Jackson and Katie's passion and something that they want to do for a very long time, the CrossFit world and the gym, and we are extremely happy for them, and now that they are sole owners, and we wish them the best of luck. And so that's kind of why we sold. I just want to get a lot of my time back this year. The gym will not be the only business I cut loose. So again, I can spend more of that time with my family, and that's a huge goal of mine for 2021. So a lot of you are probably going to wonder how much we sold it for, and we can't disclose that. It was an undisclosed amount. It wasn't a great deal of money. It was more than fair to Jackson and Katie. I didn't want to give them a price to buy me out that would completely sink them or something they couldn't pay payments on, but it is financed over 2 years. We also worked in there that we still have full access to the gym anytime we want it, as long as we respect the gym and the members, of course. And so we kept that. And I think that's it.
Yeah, so basically the gym was like a good venture. We did go into it knowing that it wasn't going to be forever for us. We knew we were kind of there to like get things started and be investors. So once we got our money paid back and set up a buyout, it was kind of an easy transition for us because John had put so many systems in place for them once we left, and it all worked out pretty well. It was a great experience. I'm definitely glad we did it. And now
absolutely.
we know that our passion is not to own a gym.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a gym in general if that's something you want to do, but I mix business with pleasure or passion, I guess. I guess it's not bad to mix business with passion, but if you can't go there and concentrate and work on something that pertains to your health, it became a problem for me.
Yeah, because that was one of the only things we do that wasn't like work. And going to the gym for us was like something we did together that was like fun and like a hobby, and then when it became work, it kind of like took away our one fun thing.
Absolutely. So, but if Jackson and Katie, you guys are watching this, we wish you guys the best of luck. We hope that you guys run this gym for many years to come, maybe even open a second or a third location. We'll be cheering you on, and you know we're always here to help if you need it. The experience was great. We made great friends with Caleb and Jade especially, and that's a relationship that will continue for a long time. Some vegan friends of ours now.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's kind of the story of the gym and how it came to be and why we sold it. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story of why we opened and sold a gym. And if you guys ever have any more questions about this, just comment them below or DM us and we'll try to get them answered.
Be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, push the subscribe button to see more of our videos or more of John's videos, and we will see you
on the next video. Toodaloo!